pandas. Good morning, my pandas. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad that you guys could join us today. Sorry about that. A little late today. Hope you guys are doing well. Market's about to open in 3 minutes. Most of you guys think it's going to be a bull trend day today, but good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Man, I have some sad news. Unfortunately, yesterday, this panda went on tilt, and I hit the max drawdown of the apex evaluation of 5,000. And I'll go over what I did, where I messed up, and also the steps on how to reset your account on Apex. So you get a little lesson today on how to reset your account. But if you look at the rhythmic, the top left of your screen, you can quickly see that everything's kind of back to reset, right? I have my original account 150K. My drawdown is 145,000. And so right now my account's reset. So basically, pandas. I'm not gonna lie, I went on full tilt yesterday. I was getting so frustrated in this trading range. I really wanted to go into a trade, and my mistake was essentially 2 times. So this trap here, if you guys see, there's a trap here coming out of the trading range, and I thought this trap was going to be the one that was going to break us out of this triangle, you know, or this trading range. And so I went to this trap and I traded large, and that was my first mistake. Trying to trade larger than I should, and so I actually traded like double what I typically do, and I was thinking, maybe I can go in with one scaling, because I was so confident this was going to break out. But as you can see, it hits a perfect scalp, goes 5 ticks. I never got filled. My target never got filled. Kept touching it, and then reverse. And I was like, okay, I can hold on to this and double my scale in one time after one pullback, because every single time we come below here, you can see that we pull back. Every time we come to the bottom of the trading range, we pull back. So I was like, okay, you know, like, I'm pretty confident if we do this again, we're gonna pull back and come back up. And so I went in, seeing this bar, I went in long, thinking, okay. So right now I typically trade 4 contracts, and I doubled up here with 8 contracts, thinking I can easily make a point here with a runner, but it never fills. But I was like, okay, it's okay, because I know that every time we come back to the bottom trading range, we've reversed. And so I went and double again. So that means I was 16 contracts in, and I was ready for this to come back all the way up. But guess what, pandas? It doesn't come back up. It comes back down. It spikes down 2 ticks, and then finally reverses and makes the move. But even here, it doesn't break out. But you know, if you could stay in, you're finally able to get out. But this little tick here, man, I was 16 contracts in, and when it broke below this candle here, that by 2 ticks, I actually hit my drawdown, and I was so sad because I knew it was gonna break out, and I knew that we can hold it, but because of the amount of contracts I was trading, when it went below here, it was too much, and the drawdown was too large. I actually ended up I would have actually ended up making this trade and, you know, coming out green, but because of that max drawdown only being $5,000, I was not able to hold throughout this trading range. But pandas, no excuses, right? I traded too large. Simply, I just traded too large, and that was my first mistake. The second mistake was trying to trade a breakout of the trading range. I really thought this was going to break out, but as you can see, right, these traps all fail, right? This trap fails to break out. This trap also fails to break out, right? 2 times fails to break out, reverses. And so it just shows that, you know, the better trade was obviously to wait for this trade here. After the breakout, then we get solid direction above the 20 EMA, you know, and the triangle is obviously broken out. That would have been an easy trade right here. But the problem is that I got way too impatient. You know, this trading range was like about 5 hours long, and I was just, you know, going on tilt, just watching, waiting for a setup. I couldn't find anything. When I saw this trap, I was like, all right, this is it. This is gonna break out, and failed to do so. And so that, the first mistake definitely was trading too large, and that's an important thing about this. You know, even for the $150,000 account, you gotta trade small, pandas. You gotta trade small, and so that was definitely my first mistake. Probably even before that was just being impatient and going on tilt, and I think I didn't check my emotions, and I was going into these trades with a little different motive. You know, kind of trade this breakout. You know, I know not to trade breakouts, but I try to trade a breakout there. Try to trade another breakout here. But pandas, it's all good, because guess what, pandas? Hey, full disclosure, right? We are, you know, this is full transparency. I failed. I messed up. I'm a panda, and you know, in my mind, no big deal, no big deal. We mess up, and we're gonna try it again. I didn't think I was gonna make it through the first time, anyways, being my first evaluation. So, here we are, pandas. Here we are again, and we're gonna try again, second attempt. But, pandas, when you do this, if you reset your account, basically it's about like an $80-some fee, $86 fee to reset your account. And so, you pay the fee to reset your account, and we're starting again. So, it's all good, pandas. We're, you know, at the end down $86. So it's all good, pandas. Hey, but no matter what, pandas, we're gonna get it. We're gonna do it. I was about 7 days in the last one, or I'll say, yeah, 7 days in. Hey, what's another extra 7 days? What's another extra 7 days in a lifetime of trading? Pandas, welcome to the stream. The daily is just going berserk, going parabolic here. We are in a strong uptrend on the 2000 tick chart. How rude of me, pandas. Let me say good morning to a couple of my pandas that you guys are waiting. Sorry for being late, pandas. Bill Jesso, good morning. Oh yeah, pandas, you know, I make mistakes, you know, and that $5,000 drawdown and just trading too large. Silly mistake on my part. But hey, no excuses, right? We make mistakes, we learn from them, we move on. So, you know, that's the nice thing about the evaluation. So we're gonna start over again, reset. Pandas, hey, welcome to my journey. Thanks for joining. Bill Jesso, good morning. Henster, good morning. Yeah. So I had on my title, I said failed, and because I've, you know, hit the drawdown on the evaluation. Sleepy Joe, good morning. Power Trader, good morning. Icky, good morning from Chicago. Beach Bum. Mindful Jazzy. Henster K. Tim Chong, good morning. Good morning. Kevin Mack, good morning. Sorry, I was a little late. Ralph Gruns, how much does Discord cost? It doesn't cost anything. It comes free with the deluxe indicator. So if you get the deluxe indicator on the website www.twoleggedpullback.com, then you can have access to the Discord. Yeah, Ralph Gruns, if you have the deluxe, then you can join. Just go to the website, and there is a community tab under the members section. So, good morning, guys. Kellyanne, good morning. Observer, good morning. SW Blaze, good morning. Yeah, make sure you drop a GM in the chat. M Bonnet, good morning. Speedy Boy, good morning. T2, good morning. Richard Harris, good morning. Man, you guys are active right now. More active than typical. But hey, pandas. Anyone who has done these prop firms, they know that it's so easy to blow these accounts. And man, it was just so... man, you know, if I could think about it again, I just don't know why I traded double my contract sizes. I was so confident, and I mean, obviously I know it's because I went on tilt, and um, you know, that's the thing. You gotta really check your emotions when you trade. I'm taking this as a spiking channel, multiple spiking channels here. We're in a vicious uptrend, and I have no trades right now at the moment. Some market opens here. You know, I'm not touching this as a downtrend. I'm not gonna go reverse this at all. Unless we have a clear reason to reverse it. I'm not going short here. Yeah, Richard Belmont said, this is how we know that you are real with what you do, not because you fail, but because you are not afraid to admit your losses. That's how it is. Let's go, baby. I mean, at the end, it's like, yeah, I mean, I have nothing to hide. I mean, if I fail, I fail. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, pandas. Especially for the evaluation, you know, the strict rules make it hard. And, you know, like I said, like, if I didn't have those rules, you know, I definitely could have, you know, came out on this profitable. And so... the only reason why is because I just traded too large, right? If I just had if I just went my typical 1 and 1, and if I even doubled it here, I would have made, you know. I just don't know why I went double, pandas. Yeah, I mean, I know why, because I'm an idiot. Because I am an impatient panda, and it is what it is. We're moving forward, moving on, and we're gonna get this Apex challenge here. LBH asks how many trades you did. I mentioned a little bit earlier. About, oh man, that trap scalps a point so quick. How many contracts I went in. I just went way too much. Like, honestly, with this account, you know, you should be trading pretty small. Man, that $5,000 drawdown though, it's a little tricky. I'm not gonna lie, it is tricky. It makes it a little tricky just because the unrealized gains are hit, and so the unrealized gains make it like really tricky. Unrealized gains to unrealized losses. That's what makes it hard. Man, this spiking channel here. All right, we have a spike, and then it's channeling. So we're at the top of the channel, not going long at the top of the channel. But it could grind up here, who knows how long. But right now, this is what I'm seeing, the spiking channel. Simple spiking channel, so uptrend. Not to go short anytime soon. I mean, after yesterday's super long consolidation here, you know, sorry, here. Like, literally all day yesterday was consolidation, and finally breakout mode. Just watching. But you know, what's nice is that you can just reset your evaluation. Apex makes it easy. For like $86, you can reset it and start over again. What's another 7 days, pandas? For me, it's just like, it's gonna take a little bit longer than I thought. Well, actually, I'm pretty much was sure I was gonna fail the first evaluation because I was not used to a drawdown, the trailing drawdowns. Like, I never had to trade with a trailing drawdown before in my life, but now I know. I mean, I knew it. Even on stream, I was like, you cannot trade big. You cannot trade too large with this account. You gotta trade small. That's why I was trading 4 contracts. But that little voice inside me said, "Oh, this is gonna break out. Go double." And I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I tried trade a breakout double. Man, oh man, oh man. No excuses though. I mean, I made a mistake clearly. Trying to go long at the top of trading ranges. How many times do you have to pay for that lesson? It's all good, pandas. Hey, today's a new day. Today's a new evaluation. A new reset. Let's go, baby. Let's get that bamboo. But you know, for those who are wondering about the Apex account, you know, hey, this is maybe I did this for you guys because maybe you guys were wondering what happens if you blow your account. You know, maybe all of you guys were wondering that, and you know, I'm here to answer your questions, and so I was trying to just do it for you guys, and yeah, so if you blow your account, you can just reset it and start over. I'm just joking, of course. Truly, I'm just joking. Yeah, Kellyanne, I think you're right. You know, like I just saw like a setup that was like, man, if this works out, I can just be done with this evaluation in like one more day. And it was such a nice setup. I was just like, I should just. But I think Kellyanne has it right that that idea of you being able to finish the evaluation in like one more trade, and I think that's kind of like was what made me wanna, you know, trade larger than normal. You know, because when you see a setup that like in your mind, like, man, if this works out, I can just be done. That like kind of like weird, like it's like a weird motivation. It's like a motivation I never had before, right? To finish an evaluation, and so you know, getting impatient, and you know, having to check that now, and now knowing that. Let's just say I'm never going to trade large again. Let's just say that I've learned my lesson on this evaluation. Never trade large again. Unless you have enough. Unless you have enough capital, then you can, you know, trade larger. But, you know, with the drawdown, the max drawdown, like, essentially it's like, you know, it adds that extra element that you don't have to think about. Like if I was just trading normal account, I would have for sure been okay with that. Hell, Jimmy, thanks for your renewal. Being a panda, thanks for your support. By the way, pandas, make sure you scalp that like button. I know. I blew my, you know, I know I hit that drawdown. I know I failed my Apex evaluation, but pandas, all good. We reset that account and start over. It's all good, pandas. And you too, you can do it too, right? If you like blow your account, you can just reset it for like $86. Yep. Hester K says, how much was the loss that took you out? The loss was actually exactly 5,000 unrealized. Jimmy, yeah, you kept your two-legged pullback badge, but hey, you still have much more to go. You still have the second entry to get to. But I think, yeah, if you just renew, you can continue where you started off in terms of your badge. So I do appreciate your long-term support. But yeah, it's actually crazy because the trade I lost in is actually right when it went below this candle by like one tick or two ticks, it actually hit my evaluation perfectly, the $5,000. And it was a miscalculation on my part, but I thought I had enough room, even with the 16 contracts, I thought I had enough room to make that small little extra spike. But this little teeny spike right here, I mean, I knew we were gonna come back up, right? I knew we were gonna come back up after we broke below this trading range. I just thought it was gonna be here, but it actually was two pushes down right after a two-legged pullback, as you can see. I should have waited for a two-legged pullback before I scaled in, but it is what it is. You know, it literally, the moment it went to this tick perfect to the T, it hit my drawdown with that one tick and then reverse. And finally, it does what I thought it was gonna do. But you know, with a normal account, I would have been able to survive that. But man, with this evaluation, that drawdown's tricky. Strong push down, but still in the spiking channel, Panda. So I wouldn't take much account into that. But this is also an L4 setup. We also have a trading range indicator marking trading range here for us. It might come back to the bottom here, but I'm gonna respect this spiking channel here until we break below it. I'm not gonna go short. Relaxation for your soul. Bang. First time I've seen your name here, Relaxation. Glad that you're joining us. Good morning with Apex. You also get access to Apex Investing Institute with tons of education on their webinars. Free for 30 days and $1 extra for next month and $200 thereafter. Let's go, baby. Thanks for the information. Carrie Kukendall. Much respect. You have the courage to show your losses more than most online people do. Hey man, this is real. Like I said, everything I show is real, right? If I make profit, I'll show it. If I make losses, I'll show it. And it is what it is. William McGraw says, "Sir, I think you said you follow Al's method while you use 2000 instead of his 5-minute. Thank you." I use both. I use a 2-minute, I use a 2000 tick chart and the 5-minute chart. As you can see here, I have the 5-minute chart. And this is just, it's a rager right now. It's just raging upwards. Let me take a spike in channel that breaks out to the upside here. Bao asks, how much is the Apex eval? Let me put that pin message here. Right now, the one I'm doing, $150,000 account to get funded, is like $300 some a month. But right now there's Apex. There is a in the pin message you can see there's a coupon there with the 50% off, and so make sure you check that out. So it's like $160, and I believe you can keep paying that until you pass the evaluation. It lasts there until you pass the evaluation. This is a higher low setup, Pandas. I'm actually interested in going long here. If this reverses, I'm gonna, because we're above, or we're in this trend line, this channel, and the 20 MA will be above the 20 MA once we get here. So if we do get above here, but I need a decent signal bar here with a higher low second entry here. Signal bar is currently not that good, but I'm actually interested in going long here, Pandas, if we can get it. Right, the spiking channel. We're breaking below it now. Now we have a close underneath the spiking channel. Could be a failed breakdown. Right, this signal bar is not good enough, right? The context is not that bad, but the signal bar is not good enough to go long into. And so if you go long here, thoughts and prayers to you. I mean, you have a very good chance to make a point, but I'm sitting on my pause. Inside bar, micro double bottom. Inside bar, micro double bottom here. That inside bar is not good enough. If that inside bar printed like a stronger signal bar, I might be more interested, but just watching. Being patient here. So hey, listen to everyone trying to do the evaluation. If you are doing the 150,000 evaluation as I am, do not trade your max contract sizes for the evaluation. Don't do it, pandas. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Slow and steady wins the race. Man, another inside bar. Absolutely incredible. Ooh, 3 bars stacked. Showing some indecision here by the market. I mean, I think it's going to go long, but now it's getting really risky with 3 bars overlapping. Right now you're thinking, wow, that's, oh, wow. 2,000 ticks only goes a range of one point. Nah, I mean, you can't take this. The signal inside bar here, signal bar, right? Inside bar just means that it's a mini triangle, essentially, right? It's just a mini, teeny, litty, bitty triangle. And the triangle's gonna have failed breakouts here. It's basically a little trading range happening. I mean, we're pushing down anyways, so we're not necessarily interested here. If this pushes down hard and it comes back up, I may be interested for 3 pushes down, right? 3 failed attempts downwards. Then it might be a good reason to go long here. We had 3 attempts down, right, to fail to reverse this market. Now we're coming back up. Oh, I kind of like this. Actually, I'm gonna take this, pandas. I kind of like this now. The failed breakdown here makes me want to go long here. We're gonna go with just 2 contracts here. The risk is about a point large, not very large at all. So I'll take this. I'll take this risk. I think it's worth it. I mean, strong uptrend. Printing a nasty candle right now. Nasty candle. I thought the failed breakdown would give us a nice push up. With that nasty candle, 4 overlapping bars at this point. I'm going to sit on my pause. It's getting a little too choppy for me, pandas. So we're moving on. This could make a point, but because of the immediate price action that we see right here, it's hard to enter that. Very hard to enter. Especially, yeah, you're thinking first break of trend here, essentially, right? This is the first break of trend. Can easily make a point. This terrible signal bar, right? Like the immediate price action was very bad to enter this, right? But it looks like it's gonna get you a point pretty easily. It is a 2-legged pullback. A, B, C. It is a 2-legged pullback. It gives you your absolute scalp. Unfortunately, this immediate price action was really terrible, so it made me not want to enter. But we did have that 3 pushes down, right? The micro quad bottom as well, and but thing is, below the 20 MA also breaking below the channel. So you know, if this gave us like better signal bars here, I was definitely interested. But like if it broke above on this one here, but it tried to break above and comes back down, and so. I can't do it, pandas. Right, that immediate price action, even though it scalps out, it does actually an absolute scalp. Just at 6 ticks in reverse, it's reversing now. But I'm fine missing that. Completely fine missing that one. No follow through on that bar. So that's why the runners having a break even +1 is very important, because when you have something reversed, like looks like it's in reverse like this, you can salvage all your profits, right? The thing is about break even +1 is most times your runners get stopped out, but you're also increasing your probability of profitability, which is 100%. So you got, that's the price you pay, right? You lessen the chances of the runner succeeding for a swing, but you are increasing your chances of making money on the trade, which is 100%. So that's your trade-off, right? You're getting 100% profitability, but less probability to get the runner to work for you. It's a nice trade-off, I think, but Hence your case that you use 17 contracts, which is the max. Panda, that's too much. That's self-destruction, bro. Yeah, I mean, I admit it. I even admitted during stream, like, you should trade small. I broke my own rule in trading this, and it's unfortunate because if I wasn't on my evaluation, like max trail down, whatever, I would have made a lot of money on that trade, but it is what it is. It is what it is. You know, I really wouldn't go in at all 16 contracts or 17 contracts, whatever, other than because I can with this 150K evaluation. But yeah, it is what it is. You know, no excuses. I messed up. And that's a lesson for all you guys. If you guys can do the Apex evaluation of 150,000, you know, don't trade too large. Trade appropriately, right? You gotta trade it like if you had a $5,000 max drawdown, right? Like your max loss can only be $5,000. You know, with multiple trade, losing multiple trades, it can only be up to 5,000. So, you gotta keep that in account. Pandas, make sure you scalp that like button. Man, yesterday we were so close for the whiskey challenge too. Man, I was pretty excited, but we're about like 10 likes short. But you know, it's just too close, so close. You thought it was gonna reverse with that candle, but now you see follow through. Now we're seeing follow through. You know, this is very difficult to trade because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 overlapping bars. And so if you're finding it difficult to trade here, then you know you're not alone. But you know, we have first break a trend here, and this could be right the attempt for a new high. I mean, personally, if this traps, right, if this is a two-legged pullback, pandas. I mean, it's hard to tell if you don't have the indicator, but this is a two-legged pullback. A, B, C, right? The next reversal will be a two-legged pullback. Attempting to break the trading range. May be interested in going long here for that new high, but I need to have a setup and I don't have one, right? I was saying if this, you know, with this two-legged pullback, if it makes a second entry short, I was going to trade the failure to the long side to get that new high and continue back into this channel. But pandas. Kellyanne says, now it goes without me. I mean, I think if you skunked it, you made the right decision. You know, when it looks like this, with a big red bar like this, I think skunking was the right decision. Yeah, Kellyanne says, the good thing is it isn't real money because the evaluation, you're actually trading sim. And, you know, you can have like a trade copier if you want to do it, but it's like, maybe that, like, that fact that it's not like real money also makes it like, oh man, I could just trade like a sim account, but you also have to consider the max drawdown. You're like, huh, okay, so you can't trade like a sim account. I think I just got messed up. I don't know, there's a lot of things, a lot of little things, but no excuses, pandas. I made a mistake. Traded too large, traded on tilt, try to trade a breakout on a trading range. A lot of mistakes here all at once, and what happens? You fail your evaluation. But hey, now I know, pandas. You know, I really know I'm never trading large again on this evaluation. Right, that new high was made. I was waiting for a trap trade here, but it never happened, and unfortunately couldn't get into a setup. So no setups right now. I was really hoping for a fail second entry short here to go long, but you know, it creates like this doji bar, but people, you know, bulls just bought it up, right? You can see with the price action, the moment this closed, bulls just bought this bar up, bought the close. Market buy, always in long. New high is made with a two-legged pullback, but I know first break a trend here. Like we could potentially have a reversal here, but man, it'd be hard to bank on. We shall see though. Pandas. Make sure you scalp that like button. Also, in the pinned message, there is a 50% off code for those who are interested in the Apex evaluation. And the thing is, the resets, man, they have been, yeah, I mean, Apex, I think, is they do well. They do well. Always in long right now. The 5-minute is showing something very interesting here. We got 4 pushes up on the 5-minute, and typically after 4 pushes up, the market wants to do a pullback. Typically, right? We need some sort of pullback. If not just a pullback, it might be a reversal. But typically after 4 pushes up, pullback typically happens. And there is something else you need to know about the 5-minute. You have a 99% chance that we're gonna come back to the 20 MA. Right, the market will hit the 20 MA. Doesn't mean that we can't consolidate up here and the 20 MA catches up to us, right? Doesn't mean that you just take it short whenever we're far away from it. But we will hit it sooner or later. 99% chance to hit it sooner or later. We do have a 2-legged pullback reversal here. I mean, this could be a reversal, or it could turn to a trading range. But I'm thinking, you know, this could have a decent pullback soon. And it can continue upwards, right? In my mind, if it does pull back, most likely it'll turn to a trading range. It does make a point immediately, but I'm not going short right there. We do have this first break of trend here, right, on this spiking channel. We made a new high. Not going long here at all. Not interested in this long. Way, not way, but it's just a little too overextended right now. Above the 20 MA. We are back into the channel though, so this can make a point, but I'm gonna sit on my pause. I would like a 2-legged pullback if possible. And this 2-legged pullback, the thing about this 2-legged pullback, because we have break and trend new high, you actually have to wait for a failed trap, right? So if you get a A, B, C pattern and it goes up, it might do a trap, and then when that trap fails, this is your best setup here right now. A failed trap. A failed second entry long. The reason being is because we already broke the trend, and we have actually a moving average gap here. So in my mind, this is a clear first break of trend of the channel, and we are currently in this place where we can reverse. But with this market being so strong, I don't think it's going to be a successful reversal. But your best setup is actually a second entry long, right? That second entry long fails, but that failure fails, and then you need to go long. That is the best setup right here, and the main reason being is because we already had a breakup trend, and so we're in a reversal spot. And the thing is about these reversal spots, if they don't reverse, this market can go up a lot higher. But we are in a reversal spot, and so this is why I will only really take a failed second entry. Basically a failed short trap. But this is the best setup right now. We're coming back to the 20 MA. And if we have a 2-legged pullback form here, I would say just be very wary. But the market might not even give us a 2-legged pullback, so no temptation at all to even think about it. Right, waiting for that 2-legged pullback to form. We are like in this reversal spot, like I mentioned, right? We broke trend. We're coming back to the 20 MA. We are in a strong uptrend though, so this is why I want to trade the failed trap here. It'd be hard for me to enter just the trap, actually, to go short right now because the trend is so strong. So I'm actually gonna look for a continuation. Right? First pullback happens here. Sorry, first entry happens here. Second pullback, outside bar reversal. All at one bar, outside bar reversal. This is how it looks like right now. It's a little hard to draw because this candle's still printing. The 5 minute, we're about to hit that L4 setup. So it could be a good place where we might turn to trading range, or, you know, and let the 20 MA catch up to us, or have a small pullback back to the 20 MA. On the 5 minute, we triggered the L4 setup. Two-legged pullback now. Picture setup. I'm not actually interested in going long here, pandas. I need this setup here. Strong. Looks like strong bearish behavior, right? This looks strong bearish. Waiting for the candle to finish. Not interested in the second entry long, right? Because we're in this breakout area, especially now we're going below the 20 MA. Not interested in this long. I'm interested in a failed trap here. So when this triggers the second entry long here, I'm thinking it's going to reverse one more time, and then I'm interested in going long. This is our best setup. This is my best setup right now. Only way I can really go long here, just because I think we're going to continue to go up. And even though we're in this is a reversal spot, I'm not confident in the reversal. But I'm not confident in this first, on the second entry here, because of the reversal spot we are in. So the only way to trade this is if we get a trap and this trap fails, and then I'll be interested in going long. Right, essentially with like a higher low setup is what I need. Something like that, something along those lines. Not interested in this long. Attempt to trap out here, but failed to do so. Just watching. Pops up. Still in Trap City. You can tell because this magenta box is still here, but also calculate if it hits the zeros, it'll be perfect scalp. Hits the 25s, it's an absolute scalp. So unless it's the 25s, we're still in Trap City, in my opinion. Perfect scalp made. Absolute scalp made. So that two-legged pullback does work out for you, but that's risky. Right? Risky scalp to make, in my opinion, because we had this break of trend, and we're kind of coming. And also look at the top of the trading range on the trading range indicator, marking the trading range for us here. In my opinion, that was a very risky long to go into, in my opinion. Right, hits the absolute scalp. Actually, one more tick above the absolute scalp, but in a place where we're supposed to reverse and not reversing, just not sure how many more legs up we have. Just another spike in channel. Spike, right? This spike. Spike. Channel. Spike. And now this channel that we're in. And now this channel is a spike of its own channel. Spiking channel. But every spike in channel, we're losing momentum. It's a lower high. I mean, you can say that this is a trap here, right? Some people will say this is a failure, right? Second entry failure. Some people will consider that, and they'll go short here. I might be interested in this higher low setup here. Higher low setup. I'll be interested in this. Especially with a good signal bar, higher low setup. Interested in this higher low setup. In this higher low. Three-point risk. I like the higher low setup here. Especially where we should have trapped, but we didn't trap. You know, this is the place where we should have trapped in reverse, but we didn't do it. So looking for this higher low setup. In long here. Good signal bar. Off the 20 MA. Trap does trigger on the 5-minute. Look at the 5-minute. Trap does trigger on the 5-minute here. That's not the follow through you want. It's unfortunate. Bouncing off the 20 MA. That's not the follow through you want though. Once you pop up like that. That's not the follow through you want. Higher low setup. I like the trade, but that's not the follow through you want. Also on the 5-minute, trap does trigger. This could stop us out here, but I like the trade still. I mean, I don't mind it. I mean, I'll take that 10 out of 10 times. Higher low setup. Off the 20 MA in the uptrend. You know, I wasn't confident on that first two leg, the second entry here, because I was scared of the reversal. But with the higher low setup, our probability increases here to get that scalp. But I don't like the follow through, but I do like the fact that it bounced off the 20 MA here. And if we lose this trade, Pandas, it's like I'm completely fine losing this because I like the setup. And you have to be completely okay losing the setup. If you like the setup, you have to be completely okay risking this because you think the probability is good enough to risk every single time. So it's all good. The higher low setup, it tickled my price target and reversed on us, but it's all good. I mean, it's fine. I like the setup, and if you lose good setups, you know, it is what it is. That's not the follow through bar you want, right? When you have a bar that ends like a bear bar like that, you're thinking that this is a trade that's going to go sour on you, and most likely will now with that bar. I could skunk it right now, but I'm just gonna stick to my pause and just wait for the setup. Gonna hold my proper stop loss right here, right? One tick below the signal bar, right? Beautiful signal bar, higher low setup off the 20 MA, right? In an uptrend. And if you lose this kind of trade, you know, it is what it is, pandas. And I'm completely okay losing this trade here. Just because I really like the setup. And I'm completely fine with that. Right, you're risking like, right now, this is about 300 to gain 50, right? Because the runner makes the risk so much higher proportionally, right? Ratio-wise, because I'm only trading 2 contracts right now. But, you know, losing 300 is nothing, you know, especially, you know, with this 150K account. I could have tried to come out there and skunk it. You know, it gave me a chance to skunk it right there, but it's all good, pandas. You know, I'm just gonna hold this. It makes a lower low here. Right, it actually scalps out on that point right here. But just sticking to the proper stop loss. If you lose it, you lose it. It's all good. This itself made its own 2-legged pullback. A, B, C, right? And that second entry does make a point. Pandas, you know, like you have to see setups like this and be okay losing them. I mean, I like that setup, the higher low setup, but you know, it is what it is. It seems like it's gonna go sour. You know, I mean, we're so close to my stop loss, and the trap failed on the 5-minute. The trap is failing currently on the 5-minute. Right? There's a trap that triggered, and it's failing. It's about to reverse on that trap, and that reversal is actually a pretty good short to go in my opinion, right? Got an L4 setup with a failed H5 or H4. Sorry, L5. But it's all good. It is what it is. Right? You take the hit and move on to the next trade. Pandas, this is how you develop diamond pause. Just let it happen. You gotta just take the gut punch, the punch to the gut. I like the setup, but it's all good, pandas. Moving on to the next trade. Higher low setup. You know, if I were to look back at it, like what would have stopped me entering that? I don't know. I really don't know. It's a good signal bar above the 20 MA. I just think like some setups, like I really like that setup. It's a good setup, but you know, like, and that's the thing, right? When like you have like Mac from, like, in my opinion, I think that was a very good setup. And it is what it is. But you know, sometimes it doesn't work for you. Yeah, it's a little tricky too. I mean, like if this was like this, like underneath, and it made like a 2-legged pullback back to the 20 MA, then I'd be like, okay, I wouldn't really go long there, right? Because we're above the 20 MA, the 20 MA is acting as support here. And we had this spiking channel here. I just thought that maybe we could, you know, make that. Well, I mean, it does hit my target just perfectly. And the only way to really make point there, if you got in with a limit order, right, minus break even 1 tick. Sorry, one tick below after it triggers. You know, that's the only way to really get in that. But it is what it is. Yeah, Lee says there's another thing that you need to consider. Did anyone know that you can't be in a trade between 3:45 and 4 Central Time when in margin? Yes, you cannot. They're gonna close out your account because then you have to actually have enough money to hold your contracts. And I really doubt you have enough money to hold those contracts. Even one contract, you probably don't have enough money in your account. Johnny Newen says, your range indicator isn't working because clearly we are in a little range. It's working perfectly, actually. Giving us a trading range right here. And it's using the price action that we have, right, to mark this trading range. So it's working perfectly as intended. And it might be working really perfectly if it comes back down to the bottom of the trading range right here. Right, we're below the 20 EMA now. Hard to go long in my opinion at this point. But it is what it is. It's like seriously, it's a punch to the gut when you see like a good setup. It touches your price target and then reverses on you. It is what it is, pandas. It's all good. I could have skunked it, you know, a couple times here, but even skunking, I might not have been able to get out because, yeah. But now we are in a reversal spot and it is reversing, right? It didn't reverse with a trap. Well, kind of reverse with a trap here, but maybe one more push up. So we could actually reverse here and turn into a trading range. 5 minute could come back down to the 20 EMA, right? When you have this failed trap here, right, that trap fails here on the 5 minute and now starting to reverse. Could be a good sign of a reversal, at least to a trading range, right? Like the bull breakout has ended, in my opinion, and we're gonna maybe turn to trading range, and then from there, who knows? Johnny Newen says, is working perfectly but down 300. You know what? That's probably what it was. It's because I didn't listen to my indicator, right? That were the top of the trading range, why I lost my money. I should have noticed the trading range indicator marking the trading range for us, and I shouldn't have gone long, right, trying to break out. Right? I should have just listened to the indicator. And so Johnny Newen's absolutely right. You know, you gotta buy this indicator because it's actually better than us in trading, and you know, it would have helped us prevent us from entering that trade. So Johnny Newen, thanks for reminding everyone how good this trading range indicator is. Marking the trading range perfectly for us with price action, pure price action. Pandas, make sure you scalp that like button. My first trade was a loss, but I don't even feel bad about it because I like that trade a lot. I like that trade. High or low, off the 20 EMA, right? Bouncing off after successful scalp. Trading range indicator is just too good, man. Coming back to the bottom trading range indicator. You know, and in my mind, it's like I'm completely okay losing this because of this pattern here. This is like the actually more unlikely thing to happen, and I was happy to trade the thing that's most likely to happen. But reversals are the less likely, right? This is the 60% thing here. This is the 40% thing. Beautiful trading range indicator. Johnny Nguyen, hope you're watching with the trading range indicator, just seeing how well it's working right now. Hope you're realizing that. I mean, if you're gonna hate, you better hate well, right? That's not even a good hate response, especially when you mention something that's actually working. With a two-legged pullback here. A, B, C. Potential trap here. I may go long. I need to go a little deeper for me to go long and attempt to bounce off this trading range indicator. It needs to go a little bit lower. It's not low enough for me. 10,000 tick chart. Flashing for us a two-legged pullback here. 5-minute chart also flashing us a two-legged pullback here. A, B, C. A, B, C. Two-legged pullback on the higher time frames. 2,000 tick chart currently in a downtrend. And it can convert into a trading range, which I think will most likely happen. Pandas, make sure to scalp that like button. Interesting. What to do here? Actually, I wish it was closer to 20 EMA for me to be interested in this trade. It's a little too far, but it is a two-legged pullback in an uptrend on the 5-minute, coming after a failed L5, which I'm not sure if I like to trade long into that. We're still in Trap City, amazingly, here on the 2K chart. Ooh, oh, Trap City gone. We're out of Trap City now. Johnny Nguyen comes with a little clarification on his non. You know, sorry if you weren't hating. It's just so many haters come onto this channel, and it is what it is. But thank you for the good luck. We can start this relationship over again. I'm always down for new beginnings, like this Apex evaluation, new beginnings. Ooh, the 10K flashing a nice signal bar here for us on a two-legged pullback on the 10K chart. Ooh, got 1, 2, 3.5 points of risk here. It's just not close to any. It's not close to the 20 EMA. I wish it was closer. Toad Max Child. I can vouch for Johnny's sincerity. All right, let's go, baby. Johnny's a friend of ours. It's all good. I mean, I'm always down for discussions. I'm always down for conversations. Always down to be open-minded. If you come just to hate, it just doesn't help anyone here. Trading is hard enough. Huh. Interesting. I don't know. We're getting a trap on the 10K chart. I'm glad I didn't enter long there, but trap also on the 5-minute chart. Just too far away from 20 MA. The 20 MA is gonna try to suck it up, suck it in. This trading range, higher low entry here. Oh boy. I'm gonna sit on my pause. This higher low can turn to like a pullback A, B, C. I just wish it actually came back down to the bottom trading range. I'd be more interested in going long here. It just feels like there's unfinished business. Especially when you have a spike like this on a 20 MA, you're thinking it's gonna go down again. Right? When you have a spike like that, failed breakout of the 20 MA, right? When it tries to spike through it or tries to go through it but spikes back down, you gotta consider that in your price action. You got to consider that in your analysis. Coming back down here. Ooh, the 5-minute trap to the downside. Yeah, I might be interested in this, but man, the 5-minute has a trap to the downside. No. I'll be interested in the long. If this trap fails, I'll be more interested. Unfortunately, it doesn't even trigger, so we don't get the setup. Tries to push up here. There's a trap on the 5-minute about to trigger. And that could get us to the 20 MA where we need to get to sooner or later. Very close. Decent signal bar to go high. This could easily make a point here in the higher low setup. It's a second entry higher low setup. A, B, C, second entry, higher low setup. It's unfortunate. I just wish it came actually to the bottom of the trading range here. It just missed it. A couple ticks here. We're in Trap City here though. I feel like this is gonna make a point. If it doesn't make a point here, yeah, there it is. I felt like it was gonna make a point sooner or later. The higher low setup. The higher low works here, but doesn't work here, unfortunately. But that was sketchy. That was sketchy in my opinion. To go long, you know, here, a little sketchy. Back to the top of the trading range though. A, B, C. Second entry short about to form here. Second entry short here, forming, hitting the top of the trading range. Just watching. No setups. The only setup that I liked was this one today, and it failed. But I actually like that setup. I still like it. I don't think anything was wrong with that setup. Like, I don't like any of these setups, but they're making points. And it is what it is. Teeny weeny inside bar here. Two-legged pullback. You can see with the indicators, there's a dark red number on the super signal. Not looking to go short here though. Not looking to go short. Maybe I should be looking to go short here. We have this trend line. It's hitting the top of that trend line. I don't like the signal bar though. If this trap fails, I'll look to go short, but we have this trend line now, and we try to break out of it. Fail to break out. The signal bar, I don't like it. It's like a doji bar. Potential trap trade here. It looks juicy to go long, but I'm gonna sit on my pause here. I'm actually gonna take a failed trap here, but this trap does look juicy actually. The only reason I don't like it is because we're choppy and we're kind of coming back to the top of the trading range. I want this trap to trigger. I want to see what happens if this trap triggers here. Main reason being is because we have this trend line. Obvious trend line in my opinion. Also, top of the trading range, not enough room to it. Top of it to make a point. Okay, we're reversing. We didn't get to trigger that trap, unfortunately. I was going to take this reversal if the trap failed. It reverses, right? Giving us one more push up, right? But fortunately doesn't give it to us. It's reversing without us. That trend line, a simple trend line, can't forget to draw your trend lines, pandas. Just watching here. That's kind of like a failed second entry short here. You can consider that a failed second entry short. Because instead of reversing, right, making two legs down, it's starting to reverse and maybe one more push up here. I might consider going short here actually. This trend line holds, but Just watching though, a little too choppy, but I'm actually interested in going short here, pandas. Only if the price action tells me so, right? If this trend line holds again, basically have a lower high second entry here. Right, this trap quote unquote fails, but it looks pretty strong right now. Let's see what happens. Yeah, definitely not going short now. Super strong bull bar. Any near its high. Even if this comes reverses and hits this, I'm not interested. The signal bar is way too terrible. Getting too choppy. Strong bull bar ending near its high, hitting its head on the top of the trading range indicator, reverses immediately. No follow through. Boy oh boy. Those who went long on that close probably feeling pretty disappointed right now. Feeling better about themselves now as we're getting closer. Right, another touch of the 20 MA here. Just watching. Got nothing going on here. Kellyanne working on her thoughts and prayers, hopes and prayers. But it looks good for you right now. No cap, no cap. Interesting. Very choppy. Very choppy. Break a trend, new high, trap here. Just watching. Some people can consider like this. Break a trend, new low with a two-legged pullback. Makes the two-legged pullback, fails to reverse, and reverses. Some people can consider this a major trend reversal. Right, got break of trend to the new low. And this fails second entry short. Right. It's not a technical failed second entry short because it makes more than a point where scalpers are able to get out. But there are swing traders who are trapped here, thinking that this is going to make two legs down. But instead reverses, comes up. So you can consider it, but I mean, the market cycle wise, I'm not sure what we're in. It seems like the strong move down like this, coming back up, we can be in trading range type price action. Very choppy. Price action is pretty horrendous. It's been pretty horrendous the last couple days, in my opinion. Pandas, make sure you scalp that like button. 206 concurrent viewers, only 68 likes. Tisk tisk. Eight says low volume Friday. Early bulls already fully paid and off to the bar for whiskey. Sam GK asks, is your trading range indicator based on the level where there are most candle closes or also the wicks and opens? Considers wicks closes. If you go to the official website, www.twoleggedpullback.com, there is a tutorial section, and in that tutorial section it goes over the configurations of how the trading range indicator finds these trading ranges, and I would highly recommend you to watch it just so you can know how to do it manually as well. Having a hard time to break below the 20 MA now, right? Double failures to break below it. But it's just too choppy. I mean, look at this. Wow. Yeah. It's gross. Free paper cut says, pretty sure if you don't drink whiskey on stream, those likes will explode. Ooh. The last 2 bars are straight up doji bars. Just watching. We're still in Trap City on this second entry short though. One, two, three, 4 touches on the exact same spot. I mean, regardless of what happens here, we know that this is some sort of resistance here. Trap City disappears on the zeros here. Perfect scalp made. Keeps making lower lows here. 4 touches here. Starting to begin to look like a ledge. Starting to look like a ledge. The only reason why I wouldn't really consider it a ledge is because we popped up here. And that typically doesn't happen with ledges, right? Like the ledges will happen like here. You know, where there's no other price action really before it. Or here. You know, if it happened here, it would be nice. But it popped up then and started to make a ledge. Just a little different. But regardless, I don't know what's happening here. I'm just watching this like you guys. Another new low. Traps. We're out of Trap City. Could be making a new low here. Right, trying to break this trend to new low. We thought it was a reversal pattern here. Right, some of you guys consider that reversal pattern. And let's see if I can go a little extended today. A little extended hours. Let's see what happens. This price action is terrible though. I mean, honestly, the last couple of days, the price action has been so bad. I mean, like, what is this? You know, how many hours? 5 hours in this trading range, right? In this triangle. Finally break out, come back to retest the top of the triangle, break out. Minute looks like it wants to touch the 20 EMA soon. Looks like it wants to revisit the 20 EMA. Okay. It really wants to revisit the 20 EMA. Top of the trading range. Coming back to the bottom of the trading range. I would have been more interested in this if we actually came back to the bottom of the trading range here, but we didn't. We're making more of like a triangle now. A really quick move down though. Seems like the bulls were starting to give up a little bit. Right, recognizing perhaps maybe double top trading range. That's why the trading range indicator is amazing. Right, if you're trying to go long right into the top of the trading range indicator, it could cause problems. It could cause problems like it's doing now. Could have first break a trend to new low. Pandas, hope you guys are doing better than me. We're gonna go a little overextended. We're gonna go over overtime here. I would like to enter another trade if possible today. Is it possible, Pandas? Can I enter another trade? Russell H says, did you say you have a Samsung G9 monitor? That was a long time ago I mentioned that, but yes, I do. This monitor is insane. It's insane. It does not distort anything. I mean, it's like a super curve, super ultra wide, and also it's like a super curved screen. And the nice thing about it is kind of like if you look anywhere on the screen, it's the same distance from your eyes to the screen anywhere you look, as long as you're in the middle. And so I think, you know, I love this monitor. I love it. It's amazing. Do not regret it. It's expensive though. It's expensive, but I love it. Potentially making a higher low, lower highs, right? It's just another triangle forming here. Oh, every day it's just been triangles. Sheesh. Triangle forming here. Whoops. Price action's terrible, Panos, today. Sorry to say, I can't, you know, you can only take what the market's giving you, and I thought the market gave us this one scalp here, but it's proving to be a choppy day. Russell H says, let us see a pic of your trading setup, Panda. Maybe one day. Pandas. Hey, if you're green today, type a 1 in the chat. If you're red today, type a 2. If you're flat today, have not taken one trade, take a 3. Type a 3 for me in the chat. Seeing a pretty big mix here. That's what I expect on a choppy day like this. Ooh, getting some ones here. Let's go, baby. Yeah, you're not alone. If you didn't take any trades yet today, as you guys can see, you're not alone. If you're red today, you're not alone as well. I mean, obviously you're not alone because you have me, the red panda. I mean, this one does make a perfect scalp. Could have made it if I had my limit order, but I don't know. In general, I think it's a bad trade if it makes a perfect scalp reverses. It's unfortunate. It's choppy, choppy. No idea what's going on. You know, days like this, it's like limit order buys and sells, so it's hard to enter trades, in my opinion. The 5 minute, I think it does want to touch the 20 MA. It's very close. It's about 2 ticks away from it. I think it wants to come back down to 20 MA at least. And I don't know if the 20 MA will hold, to be honest, today. It's a big old trading range here. Again, another trading range type day. Russell H says, thanks for extended hours. I like hanging out with you while staring at my charts all day. I mean, Panda, I think a lot of people take breaks on Friday. I think Trade by Matt takes breaks on Friday. Even Mac takes breaks on Friday. Hey, but here, Pandas, this is the only stream you can trade every single day. Live. Watch me lose money. But we're going to get that Apex evaluation, Panda. Sooner or later, we're going to get that 150K account. We will get it. You got to learn from your mistakes. You know, I think this just goes to show it's okay if you do mess up, right, on the evaluation. You know, you can simply reset your account and try again. Learn from your mistakes, move on. Aaron Core says they take a break because they can't trade. Okay. I'm not sure what their situations are. I'm guessing, like, Matt, I mean, he has a kid, so I'm sure he's probably really busy, but maybe he's doing other stuff. Mac, I think he says he wants to go golfing on Friday, so he doesn't want to really do those daily chart reviews. At least from what I remember. Higher low setup here, but too choppy in my opinion to take any trades. Set on my pause here. Corsi Zakaria says, I'm on my Apex evaluation too. Took your link. Great value that you gave. Keep it up. Thank you for using the link, and I hope that 50% off, you know, is helping. And the thing is, that's lifetime until you pass the evaluation. But Pandas, this is crazy. I have like over like 500 clicks on my link. Only 2 purchases recorded. I know there are people, more than 2 people, who used the link and signed up. I am for certain more than 2 people have done that. But I don't know why Apex is not, you know, recognizing that, recording that. 2 people. 2 people used my link to sign up, according to Apex. But it's all good, Pandas. People think like, oh yeah, like I'm just, you know, I only make money off of these things. Like I made barely any money off Apex. Man, this is so choppy, Pandas. Aaron Corns, I'm going to sign up and I'll let you know. Let's go, baby. Please do so. Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people used the link and signed up. I mean, I'm guessing out of those 500, maybe like at least 100 people signed up. But, you know, Apex is only recognizing like 2 people signing up for it. It's just, it's crazy to me. But it's all good. I mean, I don't really care. For me, what's more important is that you guys are getting your you're 50% off. I could care less if I get any affiliate money from it. That is not, for me, it's not a big deal. I rather, what's more important is that you guys get the information and that you guys get 50% off, which is really nice. Hopefully you guys can get it. Still too choppy. I cannot enter this trade. I, oh, this market makes me want to rip my hair out. It's so bad. I mean, look at the 5-minute chart right now. This is the 5-minute chart. This is how it looks like. This is the range we've been in for for an hour or so. Like 2 hours, or 1.5 hours, just doing nothing. Inside bar, 2 inside bars in a row. 10K and 5-minute, showing a 2-legged pullback here. And a 2K showing a 2-legged pullback. I'm sitting on my pause. I don't even care. It's too choppy. It's too choppy. I cannot take a trade here. Going too many times in and out of this 20 MA. Bill Groves. I don't know if I've seen your name before, Bill Groves. He says, man, 100 people signed up with your link and you only got credit for 2 though? That's scuffed for real. It truly is. It's all good though. Hey man, as long as you guys are getting your 50% off, that's what makes me happy. But yeah, that trailing drawdown, you gotta be careful with it. Do not trade large, pandas. I'll just say that right now. Do not trade large. Yep. Lee asks, is the green number 2 an entry long? Yeah, the dark green. Any dark green number is a second entry long. Any dark red number is second entry short. So even though this is a 2, that means this is a high or low second entry. What that means is that this is a A, B, C, and it's a high or low second entry. You see how this pivot doesn't go below this pivot? If this pivot was below this pivot, right, then that second entry will be a lower high or a lower low second entry. But it's a higher low second entry. Looking its way to make a point here, but I'm completely okay skipping this because it's just so choppy. Way too choppy, and I just not interested in this kind of chop right now. Corsi Zakaria says, trading one contract, but I don't scalp, I take longer setups. Let's go, baby. Yeah, swing trading. Potentially could trap you out here. Yeah, so just to maybe make something clear, someone mentioned, Aaron Korn says, Panda, you're down 300, but the threshold is only 71. Threshold 71 means that the market actually, when I was in my trade, it went up to $71, right? This actually traps you out here. That actually traps you out. But it popped up 71 unrealized gains and then came down and reversed it. So that's why that 71 threshold, you see that plus 71 because unrealized gains, I made $71. And so that threshold accounts for unrealized gains. And so that's why it's up 71. That's why the threshold from the starting balance is not 5,000 anymore. It's like 4,000 and 30, whatever, 39 or 29, sorry. Yeah, Lee 8818888. Hey, you gotta let us know, why is your name Lee 8818888? I kind of like to go short here. Top of the triangle. I kind of want to go short. Kind of want to go short here. The top of the triangle, top of the trading range. Kind of want to go short here. Kind of want to go short, but this is so choppy. I just have no idea. Right? Even if you went long here, that's only you're probably trapped still. Kind of want to go short, but you know, top of the triangle, come back to the bottom of the triangle, potentially here. Maybe I will go short here. Could be spiking channel, also with a broad channel, spiking channel. But I want to go short here. Break a trend, try to make a new high. Failed to do so. Trying to look for a new high. This market is a joke right now. It's actually kind of crazy. Two-legged pullback. Makes a point. I was thinking about going short there, but still just so choppy, hard to say. A, B, C. Dark red number with a yellow box means it's a Pikachu trade. Trap. Trap means that this went exactly 5 ticks. That's why I'm not going long there. We're so choppy. Not going long there at all. 5 minute finally, I think it's going to hit the 20 EMA. It's been trying to do so all day. 20 EMA still not hit, but if it goes back up, the 20 EMA actually will be dragged up with it, and it will be a touch. But I think it's going to touch it. I think it's going to probably pop below it and actually come back to the bottom of my trading range still. I still think it's still valid. But that's what triangles are. Essentially, we got a triangle, spiking channel. It's too choppy. Very choppy. I was thinking about going short there, but yeah, it is what it is. The trading range indicator giving us the top of the trading range very nicely. The bottom of the trading range is not as accurate though, which is concerning for me. See, this is what I meant on the 5 minute. You see how it comes back down? It wasn't actually touching it, but as it goes up higher, it's actually dragging up the 20 EMA to touch it now. It's a little tricky, but that's what happens, right? Because a close, the 20 EMAs calculated by the close, and so as the close is going up, it's actually dragging up the 20 EMA a little bit. So even though it didn't touch it on the initial spike down, as it's getting dragged up, if it actually will touch it as it updates. And it's 4 pushes down, pandas. So we got 4 pushes up. Now we got 4 pushes down consecutively. Easy to see with the indicator with the 4 here. Right? Easy to see the indicator of the 4 here. But this is technically an H4 setup. Ooh, which means I might go long, pandas. I might go long right here. H4 setup. I may go long on this H4 here, off the 20 EMA. Bottom of trading range, maybe to the top of trading range. Potential trap trade on a 2000 tick chart though. 2000 tick chart currently. Oh, that's a trap. Never mind. Maybe 2 pushes down on the 2000 tick. Coming back to the bottom of the trading range. 5 minute does flash an H5 or H4 setup to go long. I may be interested in this with a higher low setup off the 20 MA. I may be interested here. Like the 5 minute looks like a flag right now. I would like a nice signal bar though. Signal bar, the nicer it is, the better. Signal bar on the 5 minute looking weak to go long. But gotta let the bar finish. Gotta let the bar finish here. Nope. Too weak for me to go long on that 5 minute candle. The risk would be 1, 2.5 points. A quick way to calculate the risk is look at how big the signal bar is and add 2 ticks to it. And so this candle is 2 ticks or 2 points. Add 2 ticks to it, right, to account for the stop loss or stop order and stop loss. And that'll be 2.5 points. So your risk is 2.5 points here. Quick way to calculate your risk. Get the signal bar. Add 2 ticks to it. 2000 tick chart is showing a strong move down here to create another leg down, which may come back to the bottom of our trading range here on the 2000 tick chart. The 10K about the trap to the downside here, it actually makes a double bottom right now. And that trap would actually create an H4 on the 10K chart. An H4 on the 10K chart, H4 on the 5 minute chart, kind of all happening at the same time, same place. If this candle bar is decent, I may enter long. But, yeah. That's how the 5 minute looks like right now. If I go long, I'll be going right into this trend line, which is unfortunate. 2000 tick chart currently looking like this. Oh, I have a close eye on the 5 minute chart. I'm gonna see how good the signal bar is on the 5 minute. 8 says diddle in the middle. That's what's happening right now. Come so choppy. Multiple failures to break above the trading range. Yeah, still, I would just feel so much more comfortable if we came back to the bottom of the trading range. It feels like there's unfinished business here, right? There's a gap here right now, this bottom of the trading range here. Huh. Two more minutes on this 5 minute candle. So like what I'm seeing here essentially right now, pandas, is this. I'm seeing like a triangle here on the 5 minute. This is what I'm seeing. Right, higher lows, lower highs as they're forming. Right, there's a failed breakout here. Failed breakdown here currently. The reason why I like to use the time charts is because we get price action with time. The reason why I like the tick charts is because we get price action with volume. And so I like to have them both to see if there's any correlation between the two. Triangle right now. But in my opinion, this looks bearish, right? This looks like it's drooping down and wants to touch the bottom, especially with a close like that. Ooh, 10K. Just triggered our H4 on our 10K chart. Beautiful, beautiful. 5-minute chart as well. H4. Comes back to the bottom of trading range here, potentially. Decent push down here. Sitting on my pause, just waiting. The 10K trying to touch the 20 EMA. The 5-minute, terrible signal bar, but it's an H4 pattern. This could be a failed breakdown of the triangle. We can come back up. Failed breakout. Who knows? Sometimes trading days are like this, right? Where you're just watching this and there's nothing you can do, just watch. And that's why scalping or just trading in general requires so much patience. This is why people go on tilt. Russell H says, YOLO long off the bottom of the trading range. Hey, if you manage it well, in my mind, if you go long, you have to just, don't lose more than you typically would ever lose on any other trade. But I think if you go long here, you're going to have to, make your risk reward pretty good. Limit order longs, pretty scary. Limit orders are scary in general. Because you're like essentially picking bottoms and tops when you go with limit orders. In my mind, I'll trade this trading range if we get a good signal bar off of it. Sure, why not? Like I don't have to buy a limit order. Like I like to have some evidence, right? Like some people put a limit order here and will go long. For me, I'll just let it touch, react off of it, and then go long off a good signal bar. For me, if it's a swing trade, what difference does it really make? If you're trying to get back to the top of the trading range, then I'd rather have some evidence. I'd rather increase the probabilities, right? Seeing some evidence that we're reversing. That'd be nice. You get a better, you obviously will get a better position, but less probability. That's the price you pay, right? You always pay a price. So if you want better position, you're gonna pay for probability. For me, I want better probability, so I'll wait for, right, I'll have a little less position, maybe a 1 point off difference, 2 points off, whatever, but at least the probability will increase because at least we'll be going along with the direction of the market. Hits the bottom of the trading range, finally hits it. Man, I've been waiting for that all day. Finally hitting the bottom of the trading range. I thought it was going to hit it sooner or later, but from the top of the trading range to the bottom of the trading range, finally. Man, it took so long. Now I need some evidence that this is going to reverse here. Need some evidence it's going to reverse. And I could scale in here. I could do one contract and another one contract. And with one contract, I'm willing to lose 8 points because it's so small. I'll do one contract scalp here and another contract scale in. If I get a nice signal bar here, right, thinking that the trading range will fail to break out, that this will turn to trading range. Oof. But you know, when you see a 10K chart, the candle looks like that on the 10K. Typically don't like to reverse that. You typically don't want to go against a 10K candle, strong bear bar ending near its low. You typically don't want to trade against that, especially when you look to the left. There's like no support really helping you here. Very hard trade to go long now. All right, this is why you wait for some evidence of reversal. Otherwise, you'll be just eating all this right now with no signs of reversal. So that's why you want to confirm these these ranges here. You want to see a nice reversal pattern or something. Yeah, Lee says he's 20 contracts in. That is a very, very big position in a potentially strong bear push down. Hey, thoughts and prayers to Lee. Hey, pandas, give Lee your thoughts and prayers. Let's get this market to reverse for Lee. Throw up your thoughts and prayers to Lee. Gonna fade this breakout here. Gonna fade in one contract. Gonna scale in one time for failed breakdown. Looking for a failed breakdown of this trading range. Gonna have one scale in here. Willing to lose up to 8 points on the scale in. So that means I'm willing to actually, because I have my contracts, as you see, I'm only in one contract. Right? I'm actually willing to lose this much right here, 8 points. Right, for one scale in, and if that scale in reverses, then I'm just out, right? But I will basically be losing what I normally would lose on any trade. Because I'm thinking this is going to be a trading range rather than a strong bear trend, I'm willing to scale in one time here. This might look huge to you, but because I have my contract sizes, only have one contract, I'm able to double my stop loss, right? I'm able to double my stop loss with one contract here. Let's go, baby. One contract, that's fine. I did one contract because of my strategy of scaling in. When we're at the bottom of the trading range, I'm willing to scale in because you have 80% chance that this will come back up. And so, because of the 80% chance, I'm willing to do that. But, only trade what you're willing to lose, pandas. Thoughts and prayers, man. Yo, pandas for Aaron or for Lee. This is for you, Lee. 20 contracts. Super small risk too. Lee. Skabursky. Thanks for the super chat. Do appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Oh, he was one tick away from break even. Ooh, so close. Gerbersky, been a while since I've seen you. Good luck on your evaluation. Thanks for the super chat. Do appreciate it. Come on, market. Let's get Lee out of this trade. And you might be like, I traded one contract. What's the big deal? I made $50, but hey, pandas, that's a lot. That's a lot in my opinion. You know, it's because I had in my strategy already to scale in one time on a trading range. The reason why I was not going to be trading range is because of the choppiness we've been in all day today. I'm not going to trust any breakdowns or breakouts right now. Because of the price action, there's no reason in my mind to really trust these breakdowns. I might even go long on a higher low setup here. Thinking the trading range indicator is accurate here. Giving us a trading range, right? This triangle, failed breakdown triangle. Right, the fact that the market, right, even though strong push down, reversed it like this, makes me think that the downtrend is kind of weak. $50 is a lot of coffee. Let's go, baby. That it is. That it is. Strong push down again. Hitting the bottom of the trading range once again. This price action makes me feel like almost downtrendy. I mean, now this risk is much larger. It is a higher low setup. Higher low setup. I don't like this bar here. I don't like this signal bar. I don't like that at all. Russell H says, you and I took that yellow long together, Panda. Let's go, baby. Hey, it's all part of the plan. I go long here, and I was expecting to scale in one time. I traded one contract. Even when I go to two contracts, I'm already having my regular size, but I'm having it again, which, you know, you feel like you can fly around the map, right? You can just fly around this entire chart with just one contract if you're typically trading for. Like, you can make a lot of mistakes. You're able to scale in, you know, up to 2 times with one contract. Let's go, baby. Extended hours here. It's just, again, going into chop. Could be a measure move of some sort. This measure move looks like it's completed already. Yeah, that completed with this move here. Interesting. Didn't see that. Probably make another measure move. It would be here. Lowest to the highest pullback. I don't know. If I were to make another measure move here to here, unsure. We do have a higher low setup here, pandas. Signal bar is not the best. We're below the 20 EMA. On a strong push down. It could also been this, right? Break of trend. Sorry. Could have had this set up here, right? Break a trend, finding a new low. Higher low setup. I'll take a reversal pattern here, actually, pandas. If I get a trap here, I'll go long. I'll go long. I just don't like the strong bearish move and strong bear bars right here. I don't like that. I don't like this signal bar. It doesn't look good to me. fact that we'll make it basically a two-legged pullback underneath the 20 MA, I don't like that either. I would like a trap trade here if I can. If I can get it. But for Lee's sake, I hope he gets break even. He's almost there again. Lee, hopefully you're out. You skunked out now. You know, it went up one tick to your break even. I'm not sure if you like break even plus one tick, but it just came up one tick break even for you. I have a feeling this is going to keep going up. Alaman says Green Day turned red. That's unfortunate. Hey, stick to the plan, you'll get it. Stick to the plan, you'll get it. I would like a trap to the long side. That'll be in my setup right now. But this is a higher low currently. It's not like how it's basically a two-legged pullback underneath the 20 MA forming, essentially. So I'll take it with the trap to the long side. This is a two-legged pullback. And I think this two-legged pullback will speak volumes for us if we're going to actually reverse. If this is going to be a trading range or if this is going to be a full-blown bull bear trend. I want to see what happens here. If it reverses, I'm going long. Micro double bottom currently. Sitting on my pause. Just sitting on my pause here. Micro double bottom. I will go long on an outside bar reversal even. If this triggers, I'm going long. This triggers, I'm going to go long on the opposite side. Does not trigger yet. Market's being stingy. It's not giving it to us. Market's being stingy. It's not giving us our second entry short. So we can trap out these traders here who don't have the trading range indicator. So if they don't have the trading range indicator, they don't realize they're at the bottom of a trading range. Micro double bottom is the best the market's giving us right now. Pops below. Going long. If this reverses and traps, I'm going long here. Most likely going to be around here. $250. Pretty confident we're going to be okay placing it here. Even if it's a back signal bar, because it's a trap, I don't mind it. It's a really bad signal bar. Traps, I typically don't mind a signal bar, but that's a pretty bad signal bar. We're in trap city unless it hits the 50s. Or really the 25s. Starting to reverse a little bit here. Good. I would like it to actually trigger above the 20 MA. We could potentially have another push down here though. Because of the higher time frames showing this trap here. I mean 10K is this trading this it's way back here, huh? Goes back in. The 5-minute triggers a trap here to the downside. Right, the trap triggers here to the downside. We lose our trap to the upside here. We have like the almost same pattern here. 5 5 pushes down, but this 5th push is not breaking the previous pivot low right here. This 5th push up does not break the previous pivot high, and it reverses here, and we might get another reversal here. 1, 2, 3.5 points. I'll take this long here. If we reverse all the way back up, take this long. It's not looking good for the longs, pandas. It looks like it wants to push down one more time pretty hard. Lee, I'm sorry, man. I was hoping for you. No setups though to go long. It looks like it's going short. It does break the previous candle's low, the previous pivot low here. Ooh, I'm not sure how much pain you can take, Lee, but hey, thoughts and prayers to you. It makes an outside bar reversal on the 10K chart. The 5-minute chart actually still... Yeah, I typically don't like that. Don't like to break the previous pivot low. We are on the bottom of the trading range still. I could do something cheeky. I could try to do a 1 contract trade again to go long. Hard to say. It's getting too choppy now. Almost like this long here, but it's not a second entry. It would be like a fail second entry short almost if you were to enter here. But it does break below here, so breaks above. Could be a strong push up. The reason I'm saying that is because the 10K has an outside bar reversal and that fails. It's starting to reverse up again. That failure here speaks volumes to me. I might even go long if it touches up here again. Yeah, I may even go long here. I may go long here, actually. 10K chart. That failed trap here. I only have 1 contract because the risk is pretty large. But I'm going long here on the 10K, off the 20 MA, off the trend. Oh, this trend line's not really valid. It's off the 10K chart. Lee, you better be out now. Going with a 1 contract trade right now. Let's go, baby. And pandas, that's why you have the trading range indicator. Marking the bottom of the trading range beautifully for us, marking the top of the trading range beautifully for us. And that's why you have it. Lee, don't get greedy. Hey, just be happy you're out alive. I think you had up to 40 contracts, right? If you scaled it, if you averaged again, that's like 40. I don't know how you're doubling, if you're doubling or not, but man, that's a lot of contracts. But Lee, thoughts and prayers, man. 40 contracts, just be. I mean, even with a 0.25 profit, you probably made like. That's a lot of money still, actually. How much is that? 40 times 500. Still made about $340 in that one trade. I think we're going to try to get back to the top of the trading range, but we shall see here. Man, that trading range indicator, pandas, I'm just telling you. It's no joke. It's no joke. It's no joke. BG Investor says, okay, now's a good green day for me. Let's go, baby. I just realized the music stopped. Why didn't anyone tell me? Man, Lee, good thing you got out, because who knows really what was going to happen. Coming back down here now. It's getting very choppy again. Hard to say what's going to happen here. Rob Gron says, where did you get your trading range indicator? If you go to the website, www.twoleggedpullback.com. Also, if you want the two-legged pullback indicator, you can go to www.twoleggedpullback.com and find both of them there. Pandas. Make sure you guys use the Apex50 coupon code if you guys are interested in the funded account. Getting a funded account just as I'm trying to. But again, it's one of those days, it's just choppy. Not much to trade here, in my opinion. Does seem like we're in some sort of downtrend though still. I mean, when you look at the 5 minute, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 overlapping bars like this. Just confusing. Very confusing. Big bearish bar here on the 10K chart. Absolutely amazing here. That makes me think it's going to push down pretty hard, but hard to trade with that, right? Because I'm not risking like this many points on this trade here. But it could help us with the direction that we're going to. The downtrend may be continuing here. Kelly says, took a beating on my funded Lilu today. Oh no, not the funded one. Ouch. Sometimes it's best just take a step away from the computer. Take a break, reset that mental capital. Ugh. Been very choppy today though. It's nothing like seriously good here. No good setups in my opinion. Big bear bar here, 10K chart. Breaking below the 20 MA very clearly now on the 10K. Starting to break down now. Starting to break down pretty hard. Measure move here. Looking for one. 2 ticks away. Pandas, I think we can all agree on this channel you get the realest trading here. You don't get like, you know, some scam trader, you know, whatever. You get live trading here, actual live trading, actual losses, actual gains. 100% transparency here. Looking for that measure move. 1 tick away, hit that measure move perfectly. Let's see how it reacts to this measure move. I mean, I feel like this is a downtrend right now, so it's hard to actually go long right now, but that is a measure move. And on these trading range days, right, the measure moves actually act very, you know, they react very well off of these measure moves. It's like, Free Paper Cut says, man, Free Paper Cuts really wants me to drink today. Alright, pandas. I mean, it looks like it's hard to say what's going to happen, but it was nice to trade an extra hour with you guys. Free Paper Cut says, did you set up the keyboard shortcuts for drawing? I did. I mean, I just did like basically what I use the most. And I just made them like, you know, at the first couple of function keys. But pandas, it was nice to trade an extra hour with you guys. And hey, pandas, I know I, you know, messed up or failed the first attempt at the Apex evaluation, but we're starting over. We're starting fresh. We're starting clean. Pandas, I hope you guys are doing well and have an amazing weekend. Honestly, have an amazing weekend, and I'll see you guys bright and early Monday. And I hope you know, you guys will. Maybe I'll throw in nah, I can't. I gotta go. But pandas, hey, have an amazing weekend, and I'll see you guys on Monday, bright and early. I think next Friday I might do another long session with you guys. I might make it just members only, but we'll see. Just for the extended time. You know, treat the members to something a little exclusive for them, just for their support. So do appreciate. Hey, pandas, have an amazing weekend. I'll see you guys bright and early on Monday. Trade safe, everybody. Don't be like Lee. Don't go in 40 contracts deep. Try not to. Yeah, it worked out for him, but it might not work for you next time. So pandas, remember, trade appropriate to your size. That's what made me fail my first Apex evaluation. Trade way too large, and I'll never make that mistake again. So pandas, I'll see you guys. Happy trading. God bless. Really love this community. Best community on YouTube. Do appreciate you guys joining. Thanks for all your support. I'll see you guys Monday.